Greetings and welcome to episode 15 of the BZShow. I invite you to spend the next half an hour going through some stuff on the internet that I've come across, not just internet, all over mainstream media, and we're going to investigate some of it. We did play in watching a video from the Yehovah and the Torah channel. Also, Jason Boss is who runs that channel. And yeah, we'll look at that website, the content that they've made available. I really do think is worth letting people know about. We are going to get started in just a second. Okay, yes, the Yehovah and the Torah is a website where you can download an incredible amount of content from of the Holy Scriptures, some wonderful translations that have been made available. I will just bring up that channel a minute. Where are we? Let's see, and yeah, I'm honoured to say I've actually been able to contribute a little bit to the work of this website, and certainly recommend it as a place to go to read a very interesting translation of the Holy Scriptures. And their project was to make every single, all 66 books of the Holy Scriptures available, along with what some may consider extra reading materials, stuff like Enoch, the Apocrypha, and some other content on there. Definitely worth having a look. There is a menu at the top right where you can go on to downloads, and from here you can see all the various books that are currently available. I think they said in their last video they had 7 left to render or put into this digital format, because prior, I'll show you what is also available, but it's not half as well done. Yeah, this is a scan of the original documents, the original Yehovah and the Torah Bible. Just while it loads up, I'll take this opportunity to say hello to Jeff Gashead in the live chat. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, this is as it is, but they're actually gonna make it available in all sorts of different formats. Which, let me see. I'm on the wrong page. Yeah, I'll leave a link to this website in the live chat, actually. Just bear with me 1 second, and then we're going to move on to our main subject of the night, which is, well, I say the night. I came across a headline. The thumbnail is about angry TRANSs. I don't think saying the word trans on a YouTube live stream would get me into bother, but you never know. So let me bring up, but had I seen this other story first, I would certainly have probably made the thumbnail about this, actually. Right, I'm just going to leave the link in the live chat. I'm also going to put it in the description for anyone who hasn't got access to the live chat. Yeah, big shout out to Jason Boss. Incredibly impressive website, and I definitely recommend you having a look at some of those sites. Yeah, what is our thumb tonight? Angry trans. The person wielding the gun you may recognise as the person that carried out a shooting quite recently. Website. Well, I did see this person just as I was kind of glancing over the mainstream media just to see what was going on. Yeah, and I saw someone getting angry about not being allowed to go in toilets. There's a video, I haven't watched it myself, but we will before the end of the live stream, which, as I said, only goes on for like 30 minutes, so we don't have a huge amount of time. Right, let's bring up my display and we'll go to Sergio Ramos. If you're not familiar with this guy, a professional footballer covered in tattoos, and he's mocked one where he's put the number 67 on his hand. 67 million, it says. Any ideas what this is a reference to? I'm not sure if you're aware, but it is actually apparently Inoculations Week. If you can work out what that means. It's a week, you know, you have Gay Pride Week or National Black Month. I think it's more something they do in America rather than, or in other parts of the world. Here in the United Kingdom, we don't really have particular days like Inoculation Day. Well, I don't know. No Smoking Month, that kind of thing. Well, this week they've decided the UNICEF ambassador, Paris Saint-Germain footballer Sergio Ramos, has denounced the situation of vulnerability in which millions of children find themselves in terms of immunization by simulating on his body a new tattoo with the number 67. It's probably actually got nothing to do with children and, well, certainly, and their immunization statuses, but we are to believe that in reference to the millions of children around the world who did not receive their routine vaccines, either totally or partially, in the last couple of years. And he has, of course, shared a number of pictures, because he is the UNICEF ambassador. We see him with his children. What does anyone think I'm gonna call anything out on this particular image? Yeah, of course I am. Always. This is Photoshop 101. This is their bread and butter, producing pictures like this, and have you believe that this is a actual family? Nope, it is just another production, I'm afraid, all shopped in. And in fact, they've saved themselves a good bit of editing work just by blurring out the faces of the kids. They don't even have to make the faces look realistic. This baby we see wrapped in a blanket, guaranteed doll. Sergio Ramos, as fake as they come. Here he is. Look, interesting shaped shoulders, I will point that out. And I expect if you read some of his tattoos quite closely, you would find it is Bizarro World. That is at least my guess. Let's see. And here again, another picture which for me just looks ridiculously staged, ridiculously photoshopped. The idea that Sergio's on the training pitch, they're using a Champions League football. So is this supposed to be a Champions League game where some kid was just allowed to run onto the pitch and clap hands with his hero? I'm going to say no. Never happened. This is someone's piece of work in Photoshop. If we look closely around the hand, you can see a lot of what you'd call ghosting, where it just becomes blocky. In fact, all around Sergio Aguero as well, but not something like the football. So I'm going to say the football is, probably part of the original picture. Maybe even Sergio Aguero, although I doubt it. And yeah, these other two have just been shopped in over the top. And that is what you get from somebody demanding all children get pricked Probably a lot of those 67 million they're going to tell us is in Africa, because the Africans can't defend themselves. Is any country allowed to trust their God-given immune system? We are given an incredible body by our Creator, and yet constantly told that we need to be modifying ourselves, making ourselves that little bit healthier, fight off the latest strain of bugs. Do you know what? A healthy lifestyle is the best defense. Believe in all that, jab. It's such a disgusting, sick picture that I really do hope that is another Photoshop, and that they didn't make poor kids line up after having pricks in their arms. Disgusting. Vaccinator. She can't even bring herself to put her thumb up. She doesn't look a happy person. I will say, actually, on the medical front, for a long time, I remember seeing paramedics rush into the scene with their blue lights flashing. They pull up and then spend about 10 minutes putting on PPE equipment. Wow, that was a real emergency. Wasting valuable time putting masks on, aprons on, before they'll go in and tend to someone who's, fallen out, desperately in need of medical attention. It's a joke. And I was actually relieved to see some paramedics haven't are no longer, going in places muzzled up, as seems to be the case with every other medical professional at the moment. Let's see. Yeah, totally unreasonable to expect anyone to work a day while they've got their face in something like that. Just, disgusting. Anyway, angry trans, we're going to move on. This is the topic of tonight's episode, about a angry lesbian. I say lesbian, doesn't that generally refer to females? Oh.
To a corner, they're going to become a dangerous animal.
Right, before we watch this video, I'll just give you the backstory. If you're a wild animal, if you back a wild animal into a corner, they're going to become a dangerous animal. I dare to try and stop you from going into a woman's bathroom. Obviously, this is just one of those stories that are designed to stress people out, make people angry, get people scared. But we'll follow the point of view that she's putting across, and many people out there are probably believing. I've seen the most ridiculous thing I have actually seen is a woman who seemed to want to be a boy going into the men's toilets. So what on earth are you doing that for? It was during Pride Weeks, and it was at a time, I think, where they were trying to assert their rights to use whatever toilet they want. This woman came into the men's toilets. Why on earth would, just how inconvenient is that? It's ridiculous. It's like no woman in their correct mind would deliberately buy a pair of jeans made for a man because they are different. Anyway, we won't go too far off onto that subject. We'll listen to this woman daring anyone to stop her going using a women's toilet.
So if you want to die on that hill of yours of righteousness and moral majority, then you go right ahead. I dare you to try and stop me from going into a women's bathroom.
This person is a joke. They go on for about 1 minute 37. I'm not actually going to inflict that much of it onto you. Watch till the end for anyone who wants to protect their kids. Do you know what? I have told this story before. I do know a person. Well, I know them in that they came and sat next to me and started telling me their story, which was... I knew them. They worked in a charity shop. I'm certainly not going to reveal too much about locations, but they had to leave their voluntary job as a charity shop over something that happened in the women's toilets. I'm not sure. Anyway, they, for some reason, felt they needed to share that story with me. The most bizarrest conversation I've ever had with, not the most bizarrest, but I'm always highly suspicious of people when they use certain words. There's certain keywords I look out for, and if I hear them, don't want to know this person. Anyway.
It will be the last mistake you ever make. I dare you to try and stop a transgender woman in my presence from using the bathroom. It will be the last mistake you ever make.
Crazy stuff. This is, I think they do actually say, where's the article I read about it? There is more than just a tweet. This was it. This is from the Daily Mail, who have done a whole entire piece on this. What do they call it? A call to action or something? A transgender activist has warned people not to try and prevent her using. Yeah, we've seen that. The now deleted clip. So this person took the clip down, followed them to 224. Good number there. Followers on TikTok. Began transitioning in 2017. Well, the person is literally a man who's just grown their hair a bit long. Whatever they mean by transitioning, goodness knows. Well, that's how they're presented anyway. Who knows what is really going on with this person. One thing I will point out, they do not have any ears. How freaking weird is this? What is she hooking her glasses on? You're missing an ear, my love. She even has an earring. Oh, I don't know. Perhaps she's one of these people that has felt the need to have surgery on their ears. Unfortunately, it goes on. There is a big market for cutting people's face up, especially if they believe they... Well, not only faces, of course, these surgeons, these medical types... I think you do actually call them medical professionals. They will operate on people for a psychological disease. It's like suggesting, lobotomies, taking a piece of someone's brain. Oh, I'm not going there. What a vile, disgusting practice. What vile, disgusting practices have been done in the name of pharmaceutical interests. Or for the reason of pharmaceutical interests, at least. And yet, an organisation like the World Health Organization, we did come to a time when you're still not allowed. I had a video taken down just the other day for violating these reasons, these policies that they've got about questioning anything agreed upon by the World Health Organization. They are unquestionable, more or less untouchable. Cannot be critiqued, cannot be discussed. Jeff has a suggestion for how to deal with this person. Unfortunately, people do it, and it sounds horrific. Because, her remarks were recorded on the 27th after the murder of 6 people by a transgender woman at Nashville Christian School and sparked anger online. Again, if we go to our thumbnail, that is who I've shown in the image. That is the gun wielder there when they were involved in something or other. I'm not sure what. Right, let's see. That story, another one, just another part of their made-up world. A world put together by companies like Associated Press, PA, AP, I'm not sure what they call themselves, but all the images, all the news reports, all come from these associations. Yeah, still no air. I'm still not seeing much in the way of an air. Could it be this is a bot, just a good piece of CGI? Who knows? Make that judgment for yourself. unless anyone knows of Tara VSTW. Oh, I'm tempted to have a look on their TikTok account, but I don't think I can bring myself to do it, actually. I don't think I need to see anything more than this video. Yeah, even Fox News has covered it. Whoever this TikToker was, they got some massive publicity on the back of this video, where they, even though the video was deleted, these mainstream media outlets such as the Daily Mail or Daily Express, whatever newspaper this is from, will still make sure that you get to see it, or make sure you get to hear the passion in this person's voice. And so many of them, so many people are, believe in this rubbish. That's the unfortunate thing. It is now getting given to them. These ideas are getting put into children's heads in school now. And, well, everywhere they turn. You can't turn on the television for more than, well, provided they turn away from mainstream media, I think they'll be alright. Yeah, words like transphobic, hateful bigots. Yeah. To be honest, just to make it clear, I was talking about words that if I hear someone say, I take not an instant dislike to them, but it's a red flag for me to hear someone saying, I'm not saying this particular person has used any of those words, but okay. Right, we're now going on to talking about Bud Light and advertising Bud Light in this story. What's going on? Oh, is this... Right, okay. Another big promotion for a drinks manufacturer, Budweiser. They're not going anywhere, no matter what stories they get involved with. Right. So yeah, we're going to move on from that one. I do find it interesting, mainstream media will talk about the prophecies of witches and, well, Star Insider, whoever this person is, they just take their time to promote a witch, apparently. Great stuff, but then when, yeah, as going back to what we touched upon in the start of the stream, when these prophecies are put out there and made available for all, are the mainstream media touching this one? No, not at all. Probably not interested in a website like that. Okay. Right, we are just beginning to wrap up, actually, so we're gonna be calling it a night in what is... Where was that one about Sergio Ramos? Yeah, we did look at that. I'm sure he mentioned... Okay, I'm sure in one of these articles it was mentioned about the BS19 vaccine, but yeah, this stuff still isn't going away. Actually, I saw in the live chat on the live stream I did on Sunday, I believe it was AJ, it said they forgot how ridiculous people look wearing masks, and that's a great thing, actually, that you're not seeing it anymore and you get to forget. But unfortunately I am still seeing it. People are still giving into this rubbish, still living in fear, unfortunately, which is never good. Okay, yeah, we're gonna start wrapping up in a couple of minutes. Have I got my schedule? Let's see. Yeah, we'll have a look at. I will be back on. I've been doing Tuesday and Thursday videos lately. How long I'm going to be able to keep that up, I'm not sure, but I do plan, if it all goes according to plan, to be back on Thursday evening for my Bobsy Hour. We do go on a little bit longer in that one, and we've got more of an opportunity to look into these stories a little deeper. So yeah, I hope you're able to join me for that. Thanks to Jeff Gashead, who took the time to comment in the live chat. I'm gonna, before we go, just make a suggestion. If you've liked the content, you thought it was worthy of a thumb up, then please consider hitting the thumbs up button. How I believe YouTube works, this is a guess, I'm not sure how accurate it is, but for every video you thumb up, it will be recommended to someone else on which you've thumbed up the same video. I think that's how thumbs up works. So it may be of assistance to my channel, who knows. Also sharing this content on social media, if you use them, is always also much appreciated. Okay, also I finally say before we leave, a thank you to my Patreon supporters, Linda Mac and Midnight Scribbler. With also appreciation to Skeptic936 and Nathan Oakley for helping this stream to happen. And big thanks to Jeff Gashead in the live chat. And we're going to be wrapping up in just a minute. Let's see. I don't want to underrun too much. No, I think I've covered all the footage. Just to say, definitely check out Jason's channel if you want to read a awesome version of the Holy Scriptures. And we're gonna wind up for the afternoon. I do try and do my videos now at different times, so I try and, normally Tuesdays I aim for the morning. Oh, we never brought the schedule up, did we? Let's just do that in a minute. Sunday 10 PM, Tuesdays 11 AM, although today it happened at 4 PM, so sometime on Tuesday, and Thursday is usually pretty much around 8 PM. I think last week I did it an hour early, so I do put a schedule out at least 4 or 5 hours before the start of these videos, so look out for them. That would be my suggestion. Hit the subscribe button if you are not already. Have a good couple of days. Okay. Thanks for tuning in, and links to the Yehovah and the Torah channel will be in the description of the video. Okay, thank you for watching. Take care, good night, goodbye.